Good morning and welcome to KidNuz, sponsored today by Bamboo Learning. I'm Tori. Today is Thursday, August 6, 2020. And we begin with NASA admitting it got caught off guard. When astronauts Hurley and Benkin splashed down in the Gulf of Mexico on Sunday, private boaters beat the recovery team to the capsule as it bobbed in the water. Not only is that dangerous for the returning spacemen, it was potentially dangerous for the looky-loos who were obviously unaware that toxic fumes often seep from the rocket upon landing. NASA says next time it will enlist more help to manage the splash zone. At a news conference, Colonels Hurley and Benkin said they were mostly unaware of the commotion and instead focused on how their Dragon capsule came alive when it plunged through Earth's atmosphere at 17,000 miles an hour, sounding more like an animal than a machine. We may someday get to hear its roar of re-entry. They told reporters they managed to get some of it on tape. The conventions that Democrats and Republicans hold in the months leading up to a presidential election are usually like giant parties, thousands of people coming together to celebrate their candidate. This year, though, COVID keeps messing with the where, when, who, and how. The latest changes? Joe Biden won't go to Milwaukee as planned later this month and will instead accept his party's nomination from his home in Delaware. And President Trump says he's considering using the South Lawn of the White House as a backdrop for his acceptance speech. But that idea might be a no-go from the get-go. The People's House, as it's known, has traditionally been off-limits to campaign-style events, and aides are reportedly already looking for another option. Back-to-school decisions are rolling in, and for an increasing number of you, that means starting the school year on a screen. Chicago, the nation's third-largest district, just made the call to go 100% virtual after parents and teachers push back against going hybrid. All told, 6 out of 7 of the nation's largest school districts won't be opening their doors, at least not yet. One major holdout is New York City. Its current plan is for on-campus learning part of the week, but it still faces a few significant hurdles, including a shortage of nurses and teachers to staff the schools. One lesson that districts are learning quickly is the need to be flexible. An elementary school in Georgia had to send an entire second grade class home on only its second day after a student there tested positive for COVID. It's not just for dinner anymore. At least that's what the makers of boxed mac and cheese want us to believe. With parents feeding their kids more often at home and sometimes between Zoom calls, Kraft is trying to rebrand its neon orange noodles as breakfast food. The company's even replacing the word dinner with breakfast on some of its iconic blue boxes. Convenient? Yes. Good for you? A nutritionist told the Today Show it's okay if paired with fruit or other healthy sides. The proof is in the poop. British scientists are using satellite images of guano, or poop, to prove the existence of hidden habitats of the emperor penguin on Antarctica. Pictures taken from a European satellite reveal a total of 61 colonies, 11 more than previously thought. While researchers say the newfound colonies are small, the discovery is still good news for the threatened species. Researchers say unless humans change their habits and decrease man-made global warming, the total number of aquatic birds could drop by more than 30% by the next century. That's it for KidNuz. Now our KidNuz quiz. What major city just decided to begin the school year virtually? Chicago, home to the nation's third-largest school district. What is the other name for the White House? The People's House. How many emperor penguin colonies exist in Antarctica? According to their poop, 61. What beat recovery teams to the splashdown location of the Dragon capsule? Private boaters. In one for the road. 288 years ago tomorrow, General George Washington created what's known as the military's oldest medal, It's called the Purple Heart and is given to Americans who show bravery in combat. So far, the armed services have awarded 1.7 million Purple Hearts to soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen. For more on the man behind the medal and our first president, just say, Alexa, open bamboo luminaries. Before we go, our KidNuz birthday shout-outs go to Junho in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Cecilia in Glenside, Pennsylvania, Cora in Baltimore, Maryland, Pepper in San Francisco, California, Michaela in Granville, Illinois, and in Washington, Vivian in Hunts Point, and Henry in Seattle. Tomorrow we celebrate Amelia in Osseo, Minnesota, Ari in Boston, Massachusetts, Derek in Decatur, Georgia, Ella in Chicago, Illinois, Sophia in Fort Mill, South Carolina, Lincoln in Montgomery, Alabama, in Tennessee, Nico in Clarksville, and Dara in Chattanooga, and in California, Evan in San Diego, and Curtis in Lafayette. Thanks for listening, everyone. Don't forget to take our Week in Review quiz on our website. We're taking Fridays off for the summer, so we hope you tune in for more KidNuz Monday morning.